Hi everyone, I am Stephen B. Andrews from See You Next Thursday, the party band from Brantford, Ontario, Canada, and I have another awesome eye makeup tutorial for you. This is a look that I generally love. It's a combination of golds and reds. I like to call this my warm golden look. It's kind of an inspiration from the Anne Rice novel, Blood and Gold, the 8th installment of the Vampire Chronicles. I always thought that red and gold looked very good together. Very warm, really nice. So, I'm going to use a mixture of colors, pretty much gold and red, with some brown accents as well. So, I'm going to start by priming my lid. I like to use MAC Paint Pot Painterly. I actually discovered this product through Miss Fame. Hi, Miss Fame. I love watching your makeup tutorials. You've inspired me to do some of my own. So, I found this at a MAC store. Now, for those who can't use MAC, it is a high quality product. You can also get an eye primer called Annabelle Eye Primer. You can get that at any pharmacy that sells cosmetics, okay, or you can get it at a Shoppers Drug Mart, okay, Walmart or any Zehrs grocery store. It's Annabelle Eye Primer, okay. So I'm putting this on over the lid and all up the brow bone, just underneath my eyebrow. Okay, so you can get the whole eye right around here, and then just, dab it on, and keep dabbing on till the whole eye and the eyelid is covered. Okay, I find this look to be a little bit festive a bit too. There we go, and just down there. And if a little bit goes underneath your eye, just smudge it under like that, because it kind of brightens everything up. There we go. Now, we're going to cover everything that we primed here. We're going to cover all that in gold. I'm going to use something called Bella Pierre. This is a mineral powder. It is number SP037. And the title is Oblivious. The color is called Oblivious. Now, if you can't find any loose powders, what I also suggest, you can go to either Shoppers Drug Mart or any pharmacy that has a cosmetics department. You can get a Revlon Color Stay Gel number 725. Now that is a really nice color, and that you don't need to have a primer for. It's pretty much a golden shimmery primer that you can put on. It's a really warm color. Or if you want, you can get the Annabelle Eye Primer with the Laurier Longwear Intense Color in Gold, which is very much the same color of gold that I'm using here. The best thing about mineral powders is you can also use them with water, okay? I generally don't like to use water because I don't like to get my brushes wet. I'm also using an Alouette large eye makeup brush, okay? And I'm dabbing everything on, okay? I'm just dabbing it all on. And try not to pile everything on the brush. So when you put it on, I like to use the cap to get the excess off. And then blow. Okay? And then we dab. Now the primer really grabs onto that mineral powder. And it looks really, 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 really nice. Goes on and it really brings it out. And I like to dab with a mixture of like smearing a bit too, so you want to make sure that you're getting it on there. And I'm putting this all on the eye right underneath the eyebrow. You see that? Just like so. I discovered this look when I was heading down to Buck's Tavern in Brantford, Ontario. Hi, Mallory! And just wanted something different, but something that wasn't going to take too long. And I thought, what would look good with red? And I thought, gold. You know, gold always brings out the red. So I tried this out, and I absolutely loved it so much I had to take a picture of it. So now we're going to put some red on here. Now, I am going to use NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in Brights, number USP04. Okay, this is under the NYX section at the pharmacy in the cosmetics department. And we're going to use this color here at the top corner. This goes on nice and light, and it's still got a bit of a shimmer to it. So we're going to put this on the top of your socket bone, okay? Alright, so we're going to sweep it from this outer corner right over, okay? Just like so. And we're going to slowly bring it over. So I like to start like doing this, and then go progressively going right over, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to blend this up into the gold. Okay? So the trick is to get it a little higher on this side than going in. Okay? And then we blend it upwards so you can see the gold at the very top. So we're pretty much going right over the socket bone, right over top of that socket bone, okay? Like right over the curved part of that socket bone here. And we're extending it a little more around the outer corner of your eye, so your eyes will look a little more slanted up. Now that we use that, we are going to define the eye socket with a darker red. So I like to use MAC, and this is the MAC Natural Summer Palette. And I'm going to use Everybody's Darling, which is the red part right here. Now, a very similar palette you can find from Quo. It's called Quo Natural Beauty Palette, and the colors are very similar to this. It has the reds, it has the blacks and the dark browns, and it has all of the natural colors on it. It looks very much like a MAC palette. It's really nice. I would highly suggest that you get that at, and you can get that at Shoppers Drug Mart or any place that has Quo products. I'm going to use a Quo gel brush, okay, a smaller brush, and then we just want to find where the socket is, the eye socket. And we're going to go right under that socket, right into it actually, okay? And we're going to draw a line, and then we're going to blend that up into the red. So what that is doing is defining your socket. It's looking so good. How good? So good. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the darker red, Everybody's Darling, from where I started, and I'm going to bring it down to the eyelid. And I'm going to bring it across. So, just so that it starts connecting to the eyelid. There you go, just like that. And bring that a little bit here, right across the outer corner of the eye line. And then to the bottom corner of your bottom line. Almost like you're doing a 3 right here. And then an E on the other eye. E3. E.T.'s cousin. E.T. phone home. Here's a funny story about that movie. I think I watched it when I was 3 years old. Yeah, that doesn't date me. We were watching it in theaters, and when it came time to the part where, spoiler alert, where E.T. goes home, my sister is crying, and my father's comforting her. Okay? And I'm fine, I'm totally fine. I'm looking at my sister thinking, ha ha, she's a ball baby, and all that kind of stuff. And then we get out of the theater when the movie's done, and we're walking out. We get out the front doors, and all of a sudden, I start bawling my eyes out too. And why? Because E.T. went home, and it made me sad. Give me a break. I was only 3 or 4, somewhere around there. Anyway, so now that we've got the red and the gold all defined and looking beautiful, now we need to start defining the eye line and a little in the corner. Okay, so we're going to do that with our eyeliner. So I'm going to use MAC. This is an AC8 low lights. This is an eye lining gel. Absolutely awesome stuff. This will last you for years. Okay, I love this stuff. It's my favorite. Because, since it's a gel, you can put it on and you can smudge it. Okay. You can also use a Revlon Color Stay in brown. It's my favorite. Number 203. Or you can also use a brown black, which is a little bit darker. Number 202. Okay. Now I'm going to use the MAC gel. Okay. Just going to use this here. And again, we're going to start at the outer corner. And we're going to lightly go across, just like so. And then we're going to bring it down and across. And there are further instructions or tips that I have on how to go right over the bottom lash line if you just watch the first 2 makeup tutorials. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it up and do a little cat eye line right there. There we go. Okay. I'm going to smudge it now. This is one of my favorite brushes. It is one that I can't define because it's black and doesn't have a thing on it. This was actually a brush that was given to me in Hamilton. But if you find a brush that has a round top to it, it's perfect for smudging. And I'm just doing tiny little circles, starting at the outer corner and coming in. So the brush that I'm using is a Quo brush, eyeliner brush, and it has a little dent at the very end of it. Okay, makes it a little bit easier to put it on. Now if you are using a Revlon Color Stay pencil, smudging is going to be a little bit harder. So what I would also recommend is if you have a Quo Natural Beauty palette, or if you have the MAC palette like this, you can also use the dark brown to match with the eyeliner, and then you put a little on, okay, and then you just blend that eyeliner out a bit, okay. Now this produces a nice smoky effect on both sides. And I'm going to take a little bit of this dark red on the bottom here now. I'm not going to use this brush though. I'm going to use the same brush that we used. And I'm just going to go to the bottom corner here. like that. And blend it into the gold on the bottom there. Now, eyebrows. I'm going to use a different product. This is called the Revlon Colorstay Brow Creator. This is a light brown, number 605. And it has a really, really thin applicator on top. And it has a little brush on the end. So, to use the brush, what I'm going to do is brush the eyebrow up, and to a diagonal, just so we can see where that brush is. And since it has a little applicator, it can go to the really, really narrow part at the corner of the eye. Okay? I'm just pretty much going to follow the hairs. Okay? Like so. And that's going to create a top line. And then I'm going to trace the line right on top. Very gently. And if your eyebrows don't look the same, just remember that your eyebrows are sisters. They are not twins. Now I'm going to use a different mascara. I know I love to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Black in Carbon Black, but this time I'm going to use something called the Revlon Volumizing. And this was a sample, and I love me a good sample, and I thought I would give it a try, and absolutely loved it. And I'm just going to go to the tip, shake, twist, and pull, just like so. And voila! This is the warm golden look, completely finished. I am Stephen B. Andrews. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And check out the Party Band website, www.seeyounextthursday.ca. You can get to know the band members, click links of our original songs, and dates of our upcoming shows. Until then, don't judge a book by its cover. Get to know someone by who they are on the inside, and don't be afraid to love yourself. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Now, eyebrows. I'm going to use a different product that I've used for my first two. This is the Revlon Colorstay Brow Creator in Taupe. This is my favorite product. I just picked this up a couple of weeks ago. Number 630. Okay, and you can pick this up, again, at any location that has a cosmetics department. And because my eyebrows themselves are very, very light, I like to use a taupe because it looks a little more natural. It goes on light, and I think it's broken. Either I put it, either that or I've used so much of it that it doesn't. I put it all the way down and didn't realize it.